right, guys, it is finally time. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are gonna fire up this pig and see how she sounds. So first thing on the list to do, we went ahead and hooked up our batteries, or I guess battery. It was on the charger for a while. Now we're gonna go ahead and hit the disconnect switch, which is on the back bumper here. Make sure everything turns on. Okay, so turbo's on, all that's tight. Injectors are disconnected, which is exactly what we want. Rail pressure's all hooked up. Make sure our alternator wire is tight and that's hooked up. Nothing in the middle of the belt. That probably should get tucked down a little bit. We'll have to work on that, but anyway, we'll get that tucked. But it's been a while since this truck's even been together, so we want to make sure it goes as smooth as it possibly can. All right, so let's go ahead, do a systems check. Okay, so got our key in, already a good sign. Transmission is in neutral. Let's go ahead. Fan won't turn off. That's the water meth. Can't remember what is what here. Okay, we got our data logger here. Kind of hard to see. Let's go ahead and see. Air dogs work. Got some fuel in it still. Not too shabby. Radio works. Apparently it's got grid heaters. Okay. Go ahead and make sure everything's nice and tight. Okay, so now we got our MM3 and our data logger hooked up. Gonna have to get a little creative here to hold the shifter because the middle seat's gone, but we can make do with what we got so far. Now we're gonna go ahead, get Meyer over here so we can dry fire this thing, make sure it's got oil pressure. We just look for oil pressure here. It picks it up on the driver's side of oil galley. Horn works. Oh, guys, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't super excited, but also just a hair nervous. Anytime a truck's been apart this long, this extensively, you're bound to have some hiccups. Hopefully we don't have any big ones, but you got to mentally prepare yourself for the worst. So it looks like we got a little fuel leak. No big deal. That's why we do a soft start. I think it was this fitting here. Got her tightened up. We'll go ahead and hit the prime button again and see if she works. Okay, lift pump primed. No more fuel leak, just through a hose clamp. We'll fix that at a later date. Right now I'm not that worried about it. We just need this thing to run. So we triple checked everything. Gonna get this light off and we're gonna roll it outside so we can hopefully fire this pig up. Well, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get that nervous feeling in my stomach that I usually get when I feel the chain tighten on a pole, see the first bulb on the staging, you know, strapped down to the dyno. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for, and some of you guys that follow along have been waiting for. Heavy breathing. Hopefully it goes without a hitch so far. That one fuel leak, not a big deal. Let's get her kind of rolled out a little bit. And then we're going to crank it to get oil pressure. And then we'll plug in the fuel injectors, see how she runs.
Okay, Josh is in the cab. We're gonna dry crank it, just make sure we got our leaks figured out.
Ready?
Ready. Hey, did you tighten this front idler pulley? Yeah. It's always, you batted 1,000 on that one. Dude, the GD85 on the manifold, that thing looks saucy. Hot damn.
All right, so we got our test button rigged up here because something's going on. We'll fix that. Here we go.
Your battery doesn't sound happy, Josh, not gonna lie.
Yeah, dude, it was on the charger. I wonder if that cold spell is after it. It's all right. We got a stealthy plan B already hooked up.
I saw that back there. I was like,
dude, that Carlisle 550 amp jumper, dude, puts in work. All right, here we go.
Okay, well, hey, on a positive note, I'm not seeing any leaks. But on a less positive note, oh, you don't even have the injectors connected. I was being stupid. I was like, there's no fuel.
Dude, even the data logger's pissed.
Well, yeah, I bet it's going down to like 8 volts. So if I had to guess, I'd say you're not getting any fuel for some reason.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're ready. Wire, you want to double check my injector wire? You know, I always screw this up. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, funny story, guys. I have hooked these up.
Pretty much every combination out there.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It was actually running, like, it was running with only 2 cylinders hooked up correctly. The other 2 were swapped, or other 4 were swapped. It ran fine. Not fine. Tragically, but it idled.
All right, so we're gonna just test it, make sure it chooches inside here, so that way we don't roll it out for no reason. We lost the data logger. Ah, it's back. All right, ready?
I is ready.
See what the check engine light's for. Tank 9 million.
And 1. Oh, we're getting smoke.
Yeah. All right. So what we'll do, now that we got the smoke, we'll roll this out and I'll fire up my 07 and we'll jump this off my 07. That way it's got a good 14 volts coming to her.
Just so we don't pop some batteries.
Yeah. I just wanted, before we moved it out, I wanted to make sure it would actually chooch, you know?
Yeah. Now, as a service to mankind, you can top off Papa Stump's batteries.
Huh?
Now you drained Papa Stump's battery. You can top it off now.
I was gonna plug into the charger. Oh man,
what a nice guy. Ralph over here.
What?
So just Wreck-It Ralph over here.
I'm so excited!
I'm so excited.
Dude, this is it.
I can't hide it.
If this doesn't work, everything's for sale. Oh, what a glorious day. Time to get the old pig fired up here so we can steal her juice. All right, Meyer, what do you think? Full send?
Yes.
Oh, guys, I'm excited and nervous. Mostly excited.
So our mission for today is to make the inside of this pipe look like the outside. Let's go. Forgot this was the cold start master over here. Dude just went every cold start challenge.
I wonder if we should move the jumper cables up there. It seemed like it cranked faster.
It's just flooding it.
Yeah. Try a tube change.
Just change your timing really quick.
You know what? It probably shut off on the saucy.
The saucy boy tune.
Yeah.
Are these the same injectors or no?
Same injectors, different pattern. So it's not. This isn't ideal because.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it should be enough to start. It's not like the shoddy where we had 200% over injector tuning on stock injectors. we already know this this pump setup will run with a broken line.
Woo! Alright, I think we got all the bugs worked out now.
Let's try it. Oh, dude, that's so close. I love how the Garrett only spins over when it fires. Yeah. Like he's just sitting there cranking, doesn't do anything.
Alright guys, just doing our 1800 RPM, watching oil temp, oil pressure. Look at how clean that is. I mean, that's no turbo. I mean, these are some big injectors. That's really impressive. Once we get to that 150 or 5 minutes, we'll pull it in, torque it, so we can add coolant. Dude, hot retort time. All right, so we got the hot retort done. Meyer's doing a line torque. We just go through, make sure I didn't miss any. Had a little oil leak because I forgot to put the dipstick tube in, so that's on me. Got that fixed. Have a fuel leak we got to track down, but all in all, she sounded very smooth. Very, very smooth. So we can go ahead and start putting the front clip together once we get this put back together, obviously, and do our remaining break-in, which is 15 minutes at 1800 RPM. Drain the oil, drain the filter, and we're ready to go according to Drew. The valves lashed again, just 10 and 20. Since we did torque the head, we're gonna go ahead and seal this up. Rocker box, valve cover, hook up the injectors. Then we're gonna move on. It's got a little bit of a fuel leak coming from the bottom pump. So before we put the horn all the way on, we're gonna go ahead, get that taken care of. It's just a loose fitting, no big deal, but progress. We're hoping to get the front clip on today so we can add coolant. Radiator in. One thing I see a lot of guys do, you'll put your bolts back where they came from. If you have the 2 power steering cooler bolts on, it will fight you the whole time. So pull those out, drop the radiator in. With my 07, I'm going to show you guys how to modify this to be able to pull the crash bar out. I don't know if it's perfect, but it's the way I like to do it. We got our flex light fans all hooked up. We're going to go ahead, put the top support on so we can secure the radiator this way through these 2 bolt holes, and then we'll be able to drop our intercooler. I'm by myself. There's really not a good prop here, so no time lapse, I do apologize. The intercooler in, just the little J hooks right there. You guys kind of see them. The 2 bolts. Got our hood latch on. We are waiting on the intake elbow and the compressor cover. Went ahead and repainted those because this one looked bad and this one my son dropped. But what can you do? Kids, right? So we got it all hooked up, all the wiring done. Got to fix the starter circuit. Not a big deal. I'll go ahead and get that taken care of. It's probably just a wire that got disconnected or broken. All in all, for taking apart a truck 4 months ago after it exploding, putting it all back together off memory, I'd say we did pretty good. We fought it quite a while. It was just so cold here. This engine just did not want to fire up. But we finally got it running. Did our 5-minute break-in. Now we're working on getting the coolant put in it. I'll put the coolant in, fix a couple wiring issues, hook up the turbo, hook up the intake elbow. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know I was really excited when I finally heard that thing fire up for the first time. It sounded great, smooth, ran good. Even the injectors from DDP are cleaner than they used to be. So shout out to those guys. These are, I want to say 102, 104 liter per minute. So these are, I think, 450, 500% overs. and they idled very well on the old tuning. So I'm thrilled. The Extra G14 didn't seem to give us any hard times, which is also a huge plus. Man, it was a roller coaster of emotions today, but we got it taken care of. Hopefully you guys like this video. Go ahead, drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you have not already. 07, 05, and whatever else I can film, I try to put up for you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.